He's Jeff King. I'm Andy Erickson. This is not another shooting show. We go to New Haven, Connecticut, where a man in New Haven accidentally shot himself in the toe.
Oof.
I know. Police say they responded to Yale New Haven Hospital on Saturday around 3:25 p.m. They described the victim as a 23-year-old male. The injuries were said to be non-life-threatening. Well, in the toe, I would hope so.
I mean, he must not have shot himself with the Lord's caliber.
No. If it was a 45, it took off his big toe. Then he'd have bled to death.
Yep.
Anyway, detectives determined that the victim shot himself while sitting in a car on Sheldon Terrace. They said the firearm was legally registered.
I wonder if he grazed the side of his small toe or big toe, or if he just removed a toe.
I'm guessing if it was grazed, he's not going to the hospital. I'm guessing it was more than a grazing. I'm guessing he probably, I mean, if I had to guess, it got mostly big toe because, it's the biggest toe.
Right.
And then got a little bit of the second toe. But it did just say in the toe. So maybe he just shot himself in the toe. We also don't know what caliber it was. So it's entirely possible it was just a 22, in which case it probably wouldn't take the whole toe off. I mean, a 9mm would take my pinky toe off completely.
Right.
I think most people's pinky toe it would. But I don't know. I don't really ever think about pinky toes. Pinky toes.
It thinks about you.
The pinky toes. The last 3 days have been fucking crazy. It hasn't hardly snowed here in forever. And then, let's see. We couldn't record Sunday because I literally put in a whole 16-hour day plowing. 4 a.m. to 8 p.m. And it wasn't even, actually, no, it wasn't 16 hours. It was 15 because we got to leave at 7. But there was no fucking way I was recording that night because I had to be back at 4 a.m. the next day. So, and then last night we were going to record Tuesday or Monday. This is Tuesday, right? Right.
Yep.
We were going to record last night, but the internet at Jeff's apartment went back to 1991.
Yeah, it was really weird having only one device that could connect to the internet. I was remarkably productive.
Did you dry fire? Did you reload ammo? What did you do?
I cleaned. I cleaned and did the dishes, got my laundry, started laundry, sorted clothes. I was like, oh, fuck. I've got 3 hours. What did I do? I don't know the things you're supposed to do. Oh, yeah, I could do those.
I put about 20 tons of salt on the highway in the last 3 days.
So we can call this a cursed episode.
Yeah. And I'm thinking through my totals. Probably about 450 gallons of salt brine.
So just a couple.
Little bit. But, hey, it's going to be 75 here on Friday.
Yep. 82 down here.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you guys way down south.
Well, it's crazy because it was 8 degrees here, but half my state is on fire.
Yeah, part of my state is too.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the news.
Yeah, so 700,000 acres have burned out west.
In Nebraska?
Yep. I think there's 3 active fires.
Yeah, there were 2 in Nebraska and 1 near Custer in the Black Hills.
Yeah. So that's...
Imagine that. Custer going down in flames.
Oh, no.
Yeah, the Curie fire? Qury. Well, that was yesterday. It was 22% contained, 8,000 acres. There, if you look at the Black Hills on a map, if you go to Google Maps and then just type in Black Hills.
Yep.
And you zoom in on the Black Hills. Actually, you won't find anything if you just go to Black. Oh, yeah, if you click Black Hills. There you go. Okay. And it shows you this sort of, this little green area and a bunch of tan. And in the south and central part, there's a lot of not green stuff. That was all the lower left part of that was all one fire back in 2000.
Yep.
It was fucking enormous. I was actually hunting elk there. It looks like another planet with all the dead, burned trees that are still standing. and there's signs up that say, "Be careful of trees falling down."
Yeah.
Because they're dead, so the roots aren't hanging onto the soil underneath anymore. And plus, evergreen trees don't exactly have deep roots. So, yeah, fire.
Yeah, and then mid-fire, you got to worry about them exploding.
Yeah, there's that too. The interesting thing about, we got to protect the forest. We got to protect the forest. Except the forest never protected itself. If you look at pictures of the Black Hills from the 1800s, there's a lot less trees.
Yeah.
Because lightning started fires and it burned off a bunch of the forest when it got too full. Because pine needles and pine trees burn really well, even when they're alive.
Right. Yeah. The honest truth is fire was much more prevalent before humans, and it was just part of the system. We've screwed up the system. So you're like, oh man, they burned down all the trees. And you're like, yeah, they weren't supposed to be here. Like that's kind of the point. They suck up water that wasn't supposed to be used. So it's you can have that feeling towards it, but 750,000 acres in Nebraska means lots of farms, lots of cattle.
Well, it's not trees there. It's just prairie, right?
Yeah, it's a lot of prairie land, but and like you said, there'll be like a quarter mile by quarter mile little patch of forest trees, a couple patches of 30, 40 trees here. It's windbreaks from like the 30s and 40s that are burning down. But yeah, it's a lot of
holy
pasture land.
Shit. The Cottonwood fire, 40% contained, has burned 131,000 acres.
Yep.
Oh my God. The two fires combined. What? Those two fires have burned 830,000 acres? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, the article.
I did not realize they were that big.
Yeah, the article I'm looking at on USA Today, which is a day old, Morrell, Cottonwood, and Anderson Bridge and Road 203 fires have burned collectively 250,000 acres in the of land in the state as of March 16th with zero containment. So, who knows?
Well, this story was dated yesterday, but there is containment, but the total acreage was 830,000 acres. Fucking A. Wow. That is a lot of... Well, it's all out west. Is it near your dad's place?
No, right now it's about an hour. So it's an hour south driving so Alliance is where I shot those matches. And so it's about hour, 45 minutes south of him. So we're good right now. So, but
damn.
Hopefully it gets contained.
Well, speaking of matches, let's talk about matches.
Oh yeah.
So Adam Grimm, by the way, he's doing a class at my club April 11th. If you want to, or no, not April 11th. That's the dark match. April 24th and 25th. He's going to be at my club. So he didn't have a spot for Nats.
How does it
for a while? He does now. He's got a slot for both nationals now.
Okay,
but he did not previously.
I feel like the reigning champion.
He got one for. I texted him and was like, "Okay, you don't have one," because it was hard to understand. He got one for Race Gun Nats because he won Race Gun Nats. That slot he did have all along.
Okay.
It was the other one that he did not have a slot for. At least that's my interpretation of it. I may have gotten it misunderstood. I like precise language, and sometimes people aren't as precise as they think they are with language,
right?
Including myself. When I write a text message, I can really fuck it up. But that was my understanding texting with Adam, was that he had a slot for the match he won last year. It's just that match is now in Ohio.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Because, the Howler Monkey Light gang, I don't know. The people who like to throw shit were complaining. Well, they were complaining that Adam didn't have a slot. And they were also going back to 20, what was it? What was the year of like 12 nationals?
The last time there were a bunch of them, I think probably 23, 22, 23, somewhere in there.
Yeah, so it's one of those. And I've seen a lot of people, we narrowed it down, and now they're like, no, here's what we need. A lot of nationals.
Yeah.
All the places, all the time. And I'm like, guys, we just fixed this problem. What the fuck?
Range Panda, I always remember that. I can never remember his actual name. Eric Steiner.
Eric Steiner. Yep.
Posted a thing about how there should just be a shitload of nationals if we can't get the reigning national champion in, and I don't necessarily disagree with the irritation of that sentiment. The one thing I want to point out in this whole discussion, now, is it fucked up Adam didn't have a slot for whatever he didn't have a slot for? I'm not even sure exactly what it was. Yeah, that's fucked up. Okay. However, it wasn't that long ago when everybody was screaming, there's too many nationals, there's too many nationals, there's too much. Okay, USPSA is not a marathon. You can't just keep selling slots to the thing. It's like, can we have 8,000 people this marathon? Uh-huh. We can do 10,000 if you want. Fucking A, let's do 8,000 or 10,000. It doesn't physically work.
Right.
There are many constraints on this. I'm not being the homer. I'm not being the former board member who's being a homer. I'm just stating facts that there's only so many slots that can be created in a match at a given time.
Right. There's the logistics of you need ROs there, you need the range rented, you need the
I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about you have X number of bays, X number of days, and how many shooters per squad are you going to put into those?
Right.
There's literally a math equation that says here's how many spots they can get into the match in however many days. And it wasn't all that long ago where people were like, there's too many nationals. We need to have fewer nationals. And they're losing money. They're losing money. Well, of course they're losing money. But that isn't the point. That isn't the point of nationals. Like, literally, USPSA exists to fund nationals. They're not supposed to be a moneymaker.
Right.
They don't need to be a moneymaker because all the money they make is what puts on the nationals. I just wish they would spend more money on the fucking nationals.
Yeah, make it feel like an event versus a big match.
Right. And should there be a third nationals somewhere? I don't know.
do a CO Nats and LO Nats and then everything
else Nats. Yeah, honestly, that's what it should be.
I mean that would alleviate that. Hey, everyone just shoots CO, everyone just shoots LO, and it's like, yes, because they're the most popular divisions. Cool, those are the two nationals, and then everybody else, what is it? 6% that shoots production, and the 9% that shoots limited. Here's your match. And they're using CO and LO to artificially inflate the matches that are the factory gun and race gun and right, because
it's kind of silly at this point.
Yeah, because when they first did race gun Nats, if I remember right, either they were having trouble selling it out or it was.
Well, they just added LO.
Yeah, and I just remember.
Yep, it was just added as a provisional division, and then they stuffed it into. It was like. It was in, but it wasn't race gun. It was in factory gun.
Okay, I just remember. Yeah, because I think it was production and revolver and single stack and
limited optics.
Yeah, and then they threw limited optics in there, and everyone went to limited optics.
Yeah,
like it completely warped the match to the point that it just
they changed the name.
Yeah,
I think they changed the name. I think it was going to be like Iron Sight or Factory Gun or something like that, and they actually changed the name to Handgun Nationals that year, I do believe.
Yeah, so I understand people's frustration. Like Andy's saying, we kind of have to have the conversation of like, what is the mission? What is the goal? Are we all behind the goal and the mission? Because if the mission is nationals is for the high achievers, and we want to see high achievers do high achieving things, that's one conversation.
I've already given the solution to this problem.
Right.
I mean, we've done two shows about it.
Right, but if you want a nationals that is everybody going to show up, everybody going to be there, we're going to have all the people there. That's a different conversation. They're a little counter to each other. We kind of found out.
Yeah.
So
I mean, nationals as they are right now are basically the two national conventions. They're the USPSA national conventions. That's really what they are. Right,
and I honestly think we should treat them more like that. Like when you said that, my brain was like, oh shit, it should it should just be SHOT Show that's focused on USPSA
or the NRA annual meetings.
Right. Where you got a whole vendor building that you're supposed to walk through to see all the new stuff. You know, Trijicon and Holosun and CZ and everybody's there to show off their new equipment. Like da 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 da. You shoot your half of the match. You go to the vendor area that's indoors. They also have, you know, RO classes and yada 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 yada. Anyway, like it should, meet and greets. Like have Jerry Mischlik there. Let people shake his hand and get something signed by him. Like that would make Nationals feel like something more than a large match to me.
And then that's Nationals, and there's a match, and there's winners and losers and whatever. And it, like, in and of itself, like, I don't think there's anything wrong with Nationals in and of itself. I mean, everything can be improved, but leave that the way it is. And then do the invitational.
Yeah, I was like, oh, that's a cool word.
Invitational. It's the new hotness.
We're coining it, the NAS Invitational.
Yes, the NAS Invitational. The only people invited are me and Jeff. Oh, I forgot to tell Jeff what day it was. I'm the national champion. Thank you very much.
Only NAS Patreons get a mulligan, a mulligan card.
But you only, if you're gonna have an invitational, that should literally only be the actual heat. And I think some people who think they would be the heat wouldn't be the heat.
Right. It's all fun. It's all fun and games until the list actually comes out, and it's like
you're not on it,
or it's the top 36 and you're 37th.
Right.
And you're sitting there. What the fuck? I beat that guy at that match. He beat me at two other matches.
There are several people I can think of right off the top of my head who would be fucking livid. I'm not saying they wouldn't be on the list. I'm just saying they might not be and would lose their shit over it too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But whatever that I mean, I've given the idea of the paradigm where you can have an invitational and it's the actual heat and you really got to fucking qualify for that.
Right. Go back to what do you remember the episode name off the top of your head?
I don't know. I was still on the board. It was
Well,
and I don't really type show notes anymore. So it was the title of the episode, though, wasn't it?
Probably. So I'm sure a listener will tell us. It's one of the things I've learned watching enough TV stuff is that as the people putting it on, you forget about everything. The people who listen to it will be like, "Oh, that is episode 187." And you guys talk about it from minute 27 through 42, and you're like.
That's a little more detail than I could produce, but I mean, if you ask me about a scene in Band of Brothers, I can probably tell you what episode it is.
Right. So Jay Mars actually, we always talk about like, hey, how are we picking these names? Jay Mars put out the list.
Let the nerds do it. Let the nerds do a composite list of the Howler Monkey and Jay Mars, and average it, and boom.
Right, and the only question with Jay's list is Eric Raffel and the non-Americans invited? Would we like Eric Raffel to put his dick on the table at USPSA U.S. Nationals? Like,
I mean, the man is a member.
He is, and
he has to be a member to shoot it. So,
right,
or he has been a member. But no, I think you have to have a certain amount of activity in a year. So I would say no, he would not be.
Right. It is really funny to try to explain to people, and they're like, oh, Americans, we're probably so good at shooting. You're like, the best shooter in the world's a Frenchman.
Yeah. Best pistol shooter in the world right now is absolutely a Frenchman, which is awesome.
But yeah, and so I don't remember who it was, but someone decided that they were I think I even messaged this guy about us having an episode about it, but he's going to try to put on the Hot Shit Invitational.
Well, he was, and then it wasn't going to be the Invitational.
Right. Well, they were changing. It was like an October match, like a Halloween match or something.
Yeah, it was like a specialty match out in California. And they were going to basically take that over, and the first thing we heard about was it was going to be an Invitational, and then it was going to be an Invitational with 300 shooters. I'm like, oh my, that's a lot of communication trying to get that match filled. That would suck. That would be awful to try to fill.
Right. So it becomes like the best that they're going to get away with is, hey, here's the sign up link for ROs and the Heat. Go. Okay, you guys got signed up. Okay, now we're going to let in the plebs to fill out the pricing and actually pay the range fee.
Yeah.
Because it's all fun and games until you're like,
well,
hey, who's paying the bill?
I mean, it could be done. You know, if there was, I think 300's too many to be reasonable and actually. But the thing is, you could do it. It's just the match fee would be really high. You know,
right.
I mean, for $1,500, you could probably get it done, but it's going to be like $1,500.
Right, again,
but to get a match against all the Heat, I think there's a lot of dudes that would pay that.
Yeah, well, and like we talked about in our episode, one of the hopes would be that this becomes, you know, a trophy to put on a mantle that a company's willing to be like, hey, we're going to send our, you know, 3 best shooters or 6 best that qualify, and here's their registration fee. That's our competition marketing budget. Like, that would be the hope, because, you know, guys in NASCAR or F1 don't, you know, walk up to the sign-up sheet and go, I hope I get into the race today. Like Mercedes.
I think there's a handful of guys that do.
No shit. That would be.
I think some of, like, there's always like 1 or 2 guys who are like, we're not sure if we're going to let you run today or not. You'll find out. And they'll have like, it's like the City Chevrolet in Days of Thunder. It's like the local car dealership has their logo on it or whatever.
Yeah, no. things we learn, but yeah, it's a great idea, and we know that because we came up with it and talked about it. But you know, it sounds good in practice until, you know, Christian Seiler's got a big project at work and can't fucking be there that weekend, and so it invalidates.
You would have to.
Everything.
You would have to put it so far out in advance. I think because now it's not going to be that match in California. It's going to be its own thing, and they're backed off on specifics, and now it's gotten more broad. But it's going to be well out in the future, which is it should be. You got to get that date out at least a year in advance.
It almost has to be that the we're in 2026. The 2025 championship would have had to been this year. And so next year in 2027, the 2026 championship is the one that we're doing, because what is it, Area 2 that's in November or whatever? And so you're like, okay, we have to get all that together, and then you have to put it at a reasonable time. So those of us north of the Mason-Dixon line, a lot of you have been dealing with this, and I've seen the videos. There's this white stuff on the ground, and it's like really cold.
Yeah. We got a little bit of it right now.
Yeah, it sucks to practice in. So you have to put it at a reasonable time. So we'll be shooting fucking 2026 nationals in July of 2027. And you're like, well, that's kind of weird, but it makes more sense than to try to, okay, we've done like 3 majors. Okay, we're going after these 3 majors to set up nationals. So, like we said, it's a whole clusterfuck.
Yeah. I think the concept of an invitational is a good one.
Yes.
I mean, I spent a lot of by the way, it was my idea, fucker.
Yeah.
I mean, you helped after I brought it up, but like, hey,
that's fair.
Give me a little credit.
I just remember being there, if I'm completely honest. So,
yeah. But anyway,
we throw so much shit at the wall that I'm like, what, did I say that or did he say that? I don't know. Fuck it. We said it.
Yeah.
We're a couple that has a shared Instagram and shared Facebook.
Those poor men. Oh my god. Anyway, speaking of matches, patreon.com/notanothershootingshow. It's only $3.57 a month, and you will get all of the second episode every single week. I wanted to talk about the dark match here real quick, and more than just the date, which is April 11th at my club, SRSC. The Kansas City boys are coming up again. They're registered. Woo. I don't remember what the match fee is. Not really consequential. I think it's $25. Changes to the dark match, Jeff. I haven't talked about this yet. I had to tell Jeff to sign up last night, by the way, because several Omaha people were signed up and he still wasn't. So it's not going to be a USPSA match.
Yeah, wait.
I mean, it's going to be those rules, you know.
Yeah, it's USPSA light.
But not all of the divisions are even in the sign up.
Ooh.
So it's basically the divisions they're still open, you know, because Open's open. You know, the guys with their ramjets and comps and whatnot for their 9mm pistols. Open, LO, CO, limited, PCC.
Fair.
So if you're going to shoot a production gun, you're shooting limited, period. Like, there's no low cap being recognized in this match. Major, minor. I'm shooting a 10mm in open.
Oh, you're shooting an open. Okay.
Yeah.
I think I signed up for limited. Because
otherwise it's L10, and I don't want to do that, and fuck L10, and it's not a USPSA match anyway. So, not fuck L10. I think L10's kind of fun, but I'm not doing it here.
I thought limited included 10mm.
It does, but I would have to take my optic off, and I don't want to do that.
Oh, you have an optic.
Yes, I have an optic on my my centimeter.
Look at you futuristic man.
Yeah, I have an optic on my centimeter.
Me.
I also ask in the sign-up forum, do you plan to use night vision? This is not a promise you'll get to use night vision, and there's a big, long spiel after that about that, but it's also... the biggest reason it's outlaw is because I wanted to be a little more inclusive to the people who don't have light-bearing holsters. There have been several local guys at my club at our local matches who haven't shot it because I don't have a holster. So basically what I'm putting into every stage brief is you can start low ready if you take a procedural.
No, that's fair.
It'll be a 10-point procedural. I think that's enough, isn't it? 10 points?
Yeah, I mean, the honest truth is, like, when we do it, whenever I've thought about it for seconds, I've always put like 2 seconds so that, you know, it's always just that big of a pain in the ass. But 10 points, that's especially because we're not doing fucking 50-round field courses.
Right. No, I mean, they're mostly medium courses. So, yeah. And that's the big changes. So, but that also means things like, oh, God, what was the other thing that... Oh, your non-SBR pistol-braced PCC is also legal.
Oh, nice.
That was another thing that people would ask about was, can I shoot a pistol PCC? No, sorry. It's got to be an SBR because USPSA. Well, this is the one match I'm running that's not going to be USPSA. So, there you go. There's still 41 slots left out of 60. And I didn't really hardly mention it. I think I mentioned it on the podcast, and as soon as it showed up, people signed up. So it fills up pretty good late. But anyway, so there's that. The rest of the spiel, Tanfo Timmy sent me the, MW Activewear, the finest jerseys you can buy for your match. Comes with free logos you can put on banners and shit, too. Tanfo Timmy sent me a list of what the payouts are going to be as of right now. So right now, they're $1,000 for first place in CO and LO, and then it goes down to 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, all the way down to 7th place. And then Open starts at $350. Which just goes to show how many people signed up for Open at the Northwoods shootout. So I believe there's still slots available for that, because it is a 2-day match with there's multi-day squatting and single-day squatting. Okay, Adam Grimclass at my club. If you are interested, sign up for the South Dakota class. I don't know why I'm telling people to contact me. You can just go to his website. It's Grimtech, I think. Grimtech.com. Grim is with 2 M's. And then sign up for the class that's labeled South Dakota. It's in the drop-down. Okay. PCSL Belt Championship, May 17th at Mission 160 in Texas. Great Plains section is sold out. Thank you, Bruce, for noticing that I did not have waitlisting turned on. My bad. I got a couple people in off the wait list last night, and I had a couple more withdrawals today, so I'll get a couple more people in off the wait list. Let's see. Cornhusker Classic is June 27th to 28th. That's mostly sold out. Rushmore State Championship out in Rapid City at that kick-ass range, July 11th and 12th, and Minnesota section is August 29th and 30th in Forest Lake. Okay. Well, you know how long it took me? I mentioned in the last episode I got a suppressor. I bought a suppressor, the Huxworks Ventum 762. 4 days after I bought it, I got it.
Yep.
4 days. 4 fucking days. I couldn't believe it. I waited 20 months for my first one because of a paperwork snafu by the manufacturer. I got this one in 4 fucking days. I was so happy. I mean, I was shocked. I'll be able to use it this weekend. I got it, and then, it's snowy and cold and shitty, and I'm not going to the range, and I don't really have ammo loaded to shoot out of the gun I want to shoot it out of. But, hey, I got it. You know what I've been waiting over 2 months for?
What's that?
A couch.
Nice.
We bought a couch back in January. We were told, it'll be, it's out of stock right now, but it'll be in stock on, like, February 9th. Oh, okay. That's just like 3 weeks away. We can wait till then. Well, here we are on St. Patty's Day. Still no fucking couch. So, I mean, like, in all fairness to the place we bought it from, they said we could pick out a different one if we wanted. But, do we have to pay the difference? Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, never mind. But yeah, 4 days, I got this can back, and it got me thinking about there's so many shooty things I want to do right now. I've done a lot of like getting stuff and not doing stuff. And that's the antithesis of who I am. I'm not a gun guy, I'm a shooter guy. I like shooting. And I've taken my M1 to the range twice. Now, I did do some work to get closer to doing more M1 shooting. I got all the 30-06 brass I have cleaned, and now I got to, load it. The thing I got my suppressor for more than anything is my 6 ARC AR. I really want to mess around with that. I want to go shoot prairie dogs with it this summer. I want to hunt deer with it next fall. I want to just shoot it and get comfortable with it. And I also want to just load up some... Nobody makes 6mm FMJ bullets for reloading. They're out there as ammo. I think Hornady started making Frontier and 6mm FMJ, but I can't. It's not in stock anywhere.
Yep.
But so like the cheapest 6mm bullets I can really get are either like soft points or the 75 grain or whatever. There's some cheaper match bullet, 105 grain Hornady makes. But I want to just make like hoser rounds and see if I can make it run like a regular AR.
Jesus.
Yeah. Which I've got a lot of brass now. I've probably got 500 cases of that 6 ARC brass. So, but yeah, and I want to do it with my can. So, or no, pew 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 pew. That's what it sounds like, right?
I guess. I don't know.
I used to have a silenced gunshot button. I don't have that anymore. But you know what I do have? I have an M1 clip flying out of the gun. Thank you, Josh, for... Remember when I was trying to make it fly out and I couldn't make the clip go in the rifle?
Yep. Yeah.
Well, Josh actually did it on his M1, and then he sent me a video of him doing it.
And you just stole that audio?
And so I just used his audio. Like, well, fuck, I don't need to do this anymore. Like, I'll just use his instead. That's a satisfying sound. So there's that. I want to load 10mm that does not pull all of the bullet off in the crimp. I did mention that the crimp was really fucked up.
Yep.
And way too tight by like a lot. I still haven't gotten around to testing that. There's so many things I want to do. There's so many things I want to do, and I just don't have any time to do it all. And I also need to just load 9mm ammo. It's every time I have 1,000 rounds loaded in an ammo can, I'm like, oh, I'm good for a while. Well, yeah, I'm good. This time of year, I'm good for a while. But by the time May rolls around, 1,000 rounds is not going to last me very long. So I need to get on top of that.
Yeah, it's tough to find that motivation. I've got lots of bullets, lots of brass, lots of primers, and I'm just like, I use the excuse that I have my fight coming up, but I never do the thing I need to do.
Oh, I had a primer price scare. A guy local to me, Mike, he sends me a text, or he either texted me or called me. He's like, dude, primers are going up. I'm like, what? And he sends me a screenshot from Shield's website. Some small pistol primer was like $89.99, just basic bitch pistol primer. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And he's like, yeah, it's weird. I'm here buying some now because they're still in store. They're still like 45, 50 or $50 or whatever, but I on their website it was, and even he asked the guy in the store, he's like, I don't know what the hell that's all about on the website. Well, I actually went searching for number 34 large rifle primers.
Mm-hmm.
And I landed on Shield's website, and then I was like, oh yeah, Mike said those were all jacked up, and apparently they just had a fuck up on their website. Like they went back to like 2021 pricing for primers, because they were all back to reasonable prices, and like there's even a sale right now on some of them you can get for $45.99 for 1,000 pistol primers. So like the primers are there, at least that's coming back, you know.
Yeah,
we've got other wars that gunpowder can't be inexpensive for, but at least the primers have come back down. Anyway, so Jeff, you're going to be an LO shooter. I
am. So
it's happening. It's real.
Yeah, I was contacted by a guy who had a little deal on some tac Sport 2s, and so I jumped on the deal, and they're on their way to Vince right now, and we're going to put some 407 comps on those bastards, and I'm gonna be an LO shooter. I don't need to learn how to reload. Fuck that shit.
It's the same mag capacity as reload, like reloading the.
Yeah.
Mag wells.
The thing everyone shits on me for, and I played with Owens when it was nice last week. Yeah, and other than his grips tearing my hand to pieces, I tried reloading once, and I threw the mag in so well that Owen went, "Fuck you." So I need to find whatever the good tac Sport 2 magwell is, and then whatever the extensions are.
CZ Custom had a big ass magwell back in the day. I just used the stock magwell and blend the tac Sport Orange. The magwell was not blended to the magwell of the frame.
Yep.
So you had to do that yourself with a Dremel, but they had. CZ Custom had a big honkin' tac Sport magwell. And it's what bugs me about CZ Custom's website is that when you scroll down to try and get to the end of the menu's too long.
It disappears. Yeah,
for the web page.
I'm on their fucking website right now, and I've tried to scroll 3 times, and I'm like, this is stupid.
Yeah. Wait, I'm gonna zoom out. Oh, there you go. That's the trick. Zoom out, like reduce the zoom down to like 60%, and then you hit that menu, CZ parts by model, and then you can. Oh, motherfucker.
CZ tac
there
Sport
you go. Tac Sports
large.
Tac Sports Orange TSO. Okay, but yeah, they have this big honkin' magwell. You can get like the one that fits the IPSC box, because what is that division called in IPSC? Standard.
Yeah.
They've got like the shorter, flatter magwell, but it's really wide. It's not very long, but it's really wide. That's what she said.
Yes.
But the USPSA one is a huge fucking funnel. And it's like $75. It's pretty reasonably priced. You can have any color you want as long as it's silver.
Yep. That's what it's looking like.
But anyway, yeah.
So yeah, I'm going to try out the 407 comps. I heard that the dot is quite large. So
what size dot did you have on? Do you have on SROs?
So I have the 5 MOA.
Okay. Well, it's 6, so it shouldn't be a lot bigger.
I messaged Vince today, and he went, just so you know, like it's bigger than other 6 MOA dots, and I went, okay.
That's fine.
I've shot an 8 MOA dot before. Like, we'll see.
Oh yeah, the Burris Fast Fire 3.
Yeah, yep.
8 MOA. If you're gonna get a Burris Fast Fire, get the 8 MOA. It's the way to go.
Yeah, you might as well. And so, yeah, I'm interested in giving these a try. So I gotta get mag extensions, gotta get grips, gotta get a mag well.
Gotta get more. You gotta buy like 37 more magazines.
You gotta get a belt. This is a gun that I'm going to actually do that thing where you like don't be a dipshit and buy 47 magazines.
Really?
Yeah. So I'm thinking with 2 guns, I think you get 3 mags for each.
Yeah, so you'll have 6 right out
I'll
of the gate.
6. Yeah, and maybe throw in 4 more to make it an even 10, and have a couple practice mags, maybe a couple, or have a dry fire mag that I just beat the fuck out of.
The one, I guess you were shooting a lot of the MBX mags out of your CZs, so these are still cheaper than that. But there's no such thing as a Mech-Gar TAC Sport mag.
Yep.
They don't exist. You're going to spend $50-$55 on a TAC Sport mag. But
yeah,
they're a little more expensive. I was messaging with a guy who just got a TS2 as well, and he was asking me some questions about mags and on the Pro Shop, the kit for MBX follower and spring and a magazine and the Henning base pad was like $100 for the whole kit.
No.
And he's like, that seems really high. I'm like, well, TAC Sport mags are $50. Like, that's the first part that's already more expensive. I only have, I got 3. I don't know why I did it. When I got my Shadow 2, I got with my first batch of mags, I had all MBX followers and extensions. And you don't need the 24-round mags for every mag.
Nope.
I actually like all my reload mags to lock open.
Right.
It's just my first mag. The one that's most likely to lock open, I don't want to lock open. Does that make any sense? No, absolutely none at all. But I do like having magazines that are just normal. It's just I put a Henning base pad on one of the mags, and it's just the stock follower and spring for my Shadow 2. You don't have to. You know what? You can even leave some of the magazines. The TAC Sport mags are 20 rounds stock.
Right. And
with the plain black base pad. So, they're a doable magazine in and of themselves.
Right. As long as they can be used with a magwell. And they may have improved it on the TS2. Like, I'm buying shit before the gun's even in my fucking hands.
Yeah.
But...
Well, try the magwell that's on it before you buy one.
Money. Yeah. Because, like we've said before, most stages you could honestly... Like with a Shadow 2, you could honestly either start or end with a 17-round mag. Like a majority of stages are like, oh, I have shot 20 rounds. Let me throw another mag in, and it's like you're not going to need more than 18. So like you said, I could grab 3 base pads, make one at 24 just in case, and call it a day. But yeah, so I'm excited to give something else a try because I've shot Shadow 2 since 2019.
I think you're really gonna like it. I think you're gonna be like, oh, I should have been shooting these a while ago.
Yeah, well,
because it's gonna fit your hand better. It's gonna fill your hand up a lot better.
That's the part that I'm most interested in, is the fitting my hand better. Because like the trigger, people are just like, this is one of the greatest triggers ever, yada yada yada, and I'm like,
it is after about 2,000 rounds. They get real good.
Right. But I'm like, I was running like 13 splits with a Shadow 2. So it's like, I don't know that the trigger's going to be that much better.
It's that you just have to think about the gun going off and it goes off. That's what's fun about it. It isn't that you can split it necessarily any faster than a Shadow 2. I mean, I can't, I don't think I'm capable of splitting a Shadow 2 about the same as my TAC Sport. But my TAC Sport has the trigger's not even measured in weight. It's measured in thought. Did I think about pressing the trigger? Yep. It went off. That's how it works.
Right.
It was not like that stock. When I got it, it was a full 2.5 pounds. Like, it's very nice, brand new. But before it got worked in, it was, you had to actually deliberately press it. And after a few thousand rounds, like the scariest it got down to like 12 ounces at one point.
Yeah, I remember you saying that you were the first person that we know about that ever added weight to your trigger.
Yeah. I'm the only idiot who was Googling how to make your trigger heavier. ZZ TAC Sport Orange. And
the autocorrect is like, did you mean make it lighter?
Yeah, did you mean make lighter? I actually asked Caleb Patterson at Area 3 last year. I was like, what do you do when it gets crazy? He's like, you just new hammer spring, new heavy hammer spring. That's about it. That's about all you can do. But yeah, he doesn't work for CZ anymore though. He works for
Masterpiece
MPA.
Sound.
Yeah.
Yep.
And he followed it up with, he's like, yeah, you can try to make it sound like shoot like a 2011, but it's still not a 2011.
That's what
Get you an MPA.
That's what everyone says, and I don't understand. I've not felt the hype, but I haven't done a lot of 2011 shooting. But one of the things that I'm breaking one of my rules. I never want to be a beta tester, and so the 407 comp, it's been out for 3 months, 2 months.
Well, it's new, but it's not new.
Right.
It's a slightly different version of a thing that's been around a while.
Right. It should be fine. Should be. So I don't know, like, would people want to hear, hey, I put 5,000 rounds here, here's what I'm finding, or is everyone just like, hey, yeah, no, it's a Holosun, like it's just a 507 that doesn't have options, which is what we were asking for the whole fucking time.
Yeah, which is all we
Holosun.
ever fucking wanted.
Which
if you they should have the 2 MOA and the 6 MOA, and honestly, they could go like full on Seymour bananas. Have one for every MOA. What the fuck ever.
Right.
I guess Robert told me. Robert Wyatt texted me, or was in the chat on our group chat, that I guess green emitters are actually more expensive because it's more complicated technology or something.
Oh, well, I
guess
makes sense. I guess. Yeah, I know fuck all.
Yeah,
but yeah. So I'm making the plunge because with what I'm hearing about like 407 comp prices.
Oh boy, is it a sexy bitch?
they like. When the contemplation gets, hey, I can have 5 comps or 2 SROs, you're like, huh?
The 407 comp is the girl you marry.
Right.
It literally is the girl you marry. It may not be the hottest girl out there, but she's a damn good woman. Damn good woman, and she's real attractive. She is damn good looking. Is she the hottest chick you ever banged? No, but she's damn good looking, and she's gonna be a good wife. And the 407 comp is the girl you marry.
Right, and
I haven't owned one yet, so I can't really say
and it's even if they break, which Holosun has a pretty good reputation, but even if they break at a consistent point, so it's like, hey, when you put 15,000 rounds to a 407 comp, it's got to go. Okay, for $200, I'll throw one on there, ship that one back, and have a second one waiting to take over for that one for the same price as an SRO. Mm-hmm. So it's like, okay, this is the truck you buy for work.
You can buy 2 of these for less than an SRO.
Yep.
It's awesome.
And that's at retail, no sales, no nothing.
Yeah, that's full retail.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's MSRP, but the street price is you can buy 2 for less than 1 SRO.
Right. And then when you catch a Black Friday sale where they're $30-$40 off, you're like, oh shit, like this gets cheap.
I have suggestion questions for you. Things you're going to need to answer.
Yep.
You've been shooting Shadow 2s a while.
Yep.
Do your Shadow 2s all have the paddle still on the mag release?
Yes.
You're getting one without the paddle.
Ooh.
The TS2 does not have the paddle.
Okay, good to know.
So, I just happen to be looking at CZ Customs Tac Sport Orange parts, which it's the same frame mostly, at least as far as that stuff goes. You like a big old shelf to hang your thumb on for a safety, right?
Yes.
Is there such a thing in your mind as too big?
No.
Okay, then you'll love the CZ Custom sailboat safety. The only problem is they only sell it for both sides.
Oh, brother. Ooh.
Yeah, that's the problem. I have the They used to sell them as separate left hand and right hand, and they don't anymore. You're getting both fucking sails, and they're huge. They are a gigantic paddle safety, but the one I have does you no good. I have a friend who has one, though, who doesn't use it or like it. So Dan ended up with one. Dan running the Blue Bullets by.
Yeah.
He's got one. I think because he offered to sell me his for my Shadow 2. I'm like, nah, I took it off my tax board. I don't like it anymore. So,
yeah.
But that's an option. Otherwise, you're getting the large Shadow 2 safety on it.
Okay, if it's the Shadow 2 one, that's all I need. Like,
yeah.
I run thumb on safety already.
Oh, I did not realize the regular TS2 does not have a thumb rest.
Correct.
You have to get the orange for that. Okay, so never mind. I'm going to skip that question because you're not getting a thumb rest.
Nope.
Mine came with a thumb rest, but it's on the wrong side of the gun, so I never used it. If you want mine and send it to Vince to have it drilled, you can have one. Or you could just
grip the gun.
Just grip the gun and not worry about it. Anyway, well, I'm happy for you. I'm excited. You're gonna take that plunge.
Right.
Jeff put a thing in the rundown. I'm dying to know what this is. Jeff wants to be gay again.
Yeah. So like Andy said, I am going to the dark match, and I'm hoping to get my PCC back.
Oh. Yeah, I can give that back to you at the match. It's gone to the range twice.
Yeah, I would love to get my gayness back. Keep it in the house. I'll
buy my own PCC.
Right, I haven't fondled my PCC in over a year. Like, not that it got shot that much when I had it, but there was at least one time where it was a fucking cold ass match. And I was like, ooh, PC. Oh, never mind. But.
It's gotten at least 150 rounds through it in the last year.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
And most of them were from my son just a few weeks ago.
Yep. So I gotta. I'm gonna be gay again.
I'm so tempted. I would love to shoot if I had night vision, I would love to shoot the dark match with the laser.
Yeah,
like the night vision laser. You know, like full on zero dark 30, just like. I think Nick, my buddy Nick, did that with his pistol. He had a laser on the pistol, and he shot it with night vision. It was just shooting the laser, watching the laser show up on the target, which I haven't really ever shot. It's different when you're shooting a laser you can actually see versus one where it's just a dot showing up on the target. So I suppose you could be just as target focused shooting a laser with night vision where you can see the beam.
It'll be about your index at that point.
A lot of, for sure.
Because when I worked at the indoor range, I remember a dude bringing his light in, and he spent more time trying to get that fucking thing centered, looking at it, and I was like, bro, just like push the fucking gun out there and look down the sights. He's like, but the laser, and I'm like, bro, it's moving so fucking much, it's not telling you anything.
Yeah, I like regular lasers on guns is fucking stupid, but night vision lasers not so stupid because
until
zero dark 30
until the Iranians can see you and drop a FPV drone on you.
Yeah. I think the era of the enemy having no night vision is over.
Right. We like okay.
There's a good 15 years or so, or 20 years.
I'll preface this by saying I'm not trying to shit on anyone's service or experience, but we were 100% playing like we were the varsity team playing a scrimmage with the sophomores. It's like they knew
more
what
like
they were doing.
Freshmen.
Yeah, like they knew what they were doing, but they weren't like on our level. I mean, listening to Special Forces guys talk about, they would basically play a game where they would try to sneak into a house and all like have their guns on a different person and on like cadence pull the triggers and shit like that. You're like, okay, you're just doing it for style points at this point. Like, you're not actually like, you don't feel threatened in this moment.
But to be able to sneak in like that is also a skill.
No. I'm not saying it's not a skill. I'm just saying that when you're going against a group that has similar equipment and skill sets and training, you don't get to play.
You don't get to play games like that,
right? Because the Ukrainians have figured that out. That they're like, oh, we're going to try this out, and you're like, oh, well, that gives away everyone's position. Guess everybody's dead now. Cool. So yeah, it's the times they be a changing, but it does allow us to do stupid shit like run a dark match.
By the way, I would like to point out, because I listened to the Paracast from this past week, and Robert mentioned how you and I shit on lights on carry guns.
Yes.
And lights on carry guns you actually carry for concealed carry, yes, I shit on them a lot.
Yeah.
Lights on handguns in general, I have no problem with. I have 2 handguns with lights on them.
Oh, does this go back to literally what you said at the beginning about being specific about what we say?
Well, it kind of does. Because I mean, we've been shitting on it in a specific context, not saying that I have my centimeter has a light on it permanently. That gun will probably never be without a light ever again, because that is the gun I'm going to carry when I'm packing out a deer or an elk or an antelope or whatever. And it's less so even for, I mean, yes, in case that was a bear, if I go farther west than South Dakota hunting, yes, I'm going to have some pissin' hot loads for bears. But its number one job is to get fucking coyotes away from my kill.
Yeah.
That's the number one job of the pistol when I'm hunting. And I don't even carry it while I'm hunting usually.
Right.
Unless I think I might be able to kill the deer with the pistol, then I might carry it. But
okay, and I thought we made it clear that we were specifically talking about concealed carry and its stupidity, because
I thought we were.
All people who carry outside the waistband in a level 2 or 3 holster should have a light.
Yeah, if you're carrying OWB, fucking light it up, baby.
Right. If you're a cop, you're a soldier, you're whatever, like, yes, you should 100% have a fucking light.
Or if you're a concealed carrier, or just not an open carrier, they're kind of douchey. But if you're a concealed carrier who's outside the waistband, which it is a thing.
Yeah, when up north of the Mason-Dixon line.
Yeah, in the wintertime, I carry OWB in the winter a lot.
Yeah, then I have no problem. Right. But yeah, we're specifically talking about like AIWB, like TLR 1
7. It's always the fucking 7. It's always a TLR 7.
Right. That's it's a different conversation. There are like home defense gun, 100%. Outside the waistband, 100%. It's your duty gun. You are a soldier, a cop, a security officer of some sort. Yes, 100%. Should always have a light on it. If you're a dork carrying a Glock 43 and then you have a TLR 7 on it, you're a dork.
Mm-hmm. This is an older Glock 48. I'm rolling through the Glock subreddit right now. I was about to pay this guy a compliment because he has no light on it, but it's only because he can't put a light on it because it doesn't have a rail. And also, he has fucking goon tape on it.
Oh, God.
I don't know if I talked about this. I had a guy in a permit class a couple months ago who had that hockey stick tape on it. I don't know if it was actually goon tape or not. Like, hockey stick tape or goon tape in and of itself is a fine product.
Yeah.
I don't personally have a use for it, but I'm sure it's a fine product. As far as a grip surface for a handgun, it's fucking terrible. It's so bad. It is slippery. Dudes, this guy was struggling to grip the gun. I'm like, you got to grip it harder. He's like, I'm trying. And I kept seeing the gun shift in his hand with every shot. And I'm like, get that fucking tape off your gun. That stuff is ridiculous. You want to see what kind of tape you should put on it? Here. And I showed him my 34 with the skateboard tape on it. You want to be able to grip it? Put that on there.
It's not comfortable, though.
Okay.
If your hands
for concealed
bleeding,
carry, probably not. But you know what actually works pretty well on a Glock? Glock grip texture on a carry gun.
Right.
It doesn't grab your clothing, but it's still got enough texture you can grip it when you need to.
Right. It's almost like they spent a lot of money figuring out if this would work or not.
Yeah. I keep seeing a lot of hate on the Gen 6, and people who've already shot like 20,000 rounds through them and say the plates don't work. Like, I saw Ben had a video. I didn't watch the video, but I guess mounting is not working very well. I don't know. I still only have like couple hundred rounds through mine, so I have nothing to say about that, but the texture is great. It's probably the best texture of any carry gun ever. The Gen 6 texture on a Glock. Whether or not anything else is actually a problem, I don't know. But anyway, that was the whole thing we didn't even have in the rundown. But I felt attacked when Robert was talking about us shitting on lights on pistols. I have 2 lights on 2 pistols.
Right.
And they will probably always be there.
Right.
One I'll move around on whatever I'm shooting in the night match. But
yeah. Well, and you need to identify a target. Like that is that we've I don't.
Yep. You're gonna draw the gun before you identify the target.
Right.
So you can identify the target.
I didn't. This is one of those like, oh, I didn't know I need to clarify, but yeah, okay, like we clarification. AIWB, you're retarded. Everyone else, you're fine.
Okay, this is a topic Jeff put in the rundown, and I'm like, I don't understand this because it made like in and of itself does not describe the topic. Red Dawn, but no AR.
Yes. Okay, so one of the things that the cell phone has ruined is the dumb conversations men have when women aren't around.
Or it's made them better because we have them all the time in our group chat.
Yes. But it allows us to look up too much information.
Oh,
so,
yeah. Actually.
We're creating a Red Dawn scenario. Iran's invading. You got to get ready. You got to put your team together. But you got to arm them up. You got to be ready to fight. You got to be ready to fight for a long time. But no PMAG adapters. No ARs, no Bren 2 SCARs, ACRs, nothing.
No AR derivative.
No AR derivative, nothing that takes a PMAG.
Or a technical.
Actually.
It's a Stenag mag.
A Stenag mag. Nothing that makes a Stenag mag. So
no one ever fucking says that. I'm like are we the only podcast who's ever said Stenag? Is it? Am I saying that right?
No, I think it's Stanag. But yes, I
got the letters right. I don't know how to pronounce it. I've seen the word before.
Right. Yes, it's like us, Forgotten Weapons, and like CN Arsenal. Oh. Ooh. Okay. Real quick. Did you see that CN Arsenal came out with an M1 Garand video?
No, but I saw
I will send it to you.
I saw the video of Forgotten Weapons, Ian shitting all over the M7.
Yeah, that was a fun one.
Yeah. And he basically said, we don't need this to penetrate armor because we have drones now.
Correct.
Correct. There's the TLDR of that video.
Yeah, they're like, oh, should we spend $10 billion re-equipping everyone with new rifles to penetrate armor? Or drop hand grenades on them from drones. You're like, oh, yeah.
It's funny how warfare has actually evolved into a fraternity prank.
Yes.
We're dropping hand grenades from the flying little tiny remote control aircraft.
Yeah.
It's fucking wild.
And right, it becomes like a fucking game. Anyway, so and that goes into this. So
okay.
It's Red Dawn. The Iranians are invading. You got to put together, you got 10 friends. You're equipping them. How are you equipping them? But you can't equip them with any Stanag rifle.
Okay, the gamer in me wants to defeat you on a technicality with the Mini 14.
You are welcome to choose the Mini 14, and good luck finding any fucking mags for that thing.
I know exactly.
Right. So you get the 2 that come with the rifle.
Yeah, the one. It looks like a Stenag mag. But it's not. It's a proprietary Mini 14 mag.
Yeah, because everyone used to say that. It's like, oh, you get a Mini 14.
Oh, no, you got to find Mini 14 mags for that bitch.
Yep. So that's kind of the part of it is that there is the logistics nerd. So this isn't like, haha, I magically find blah, blah, blah. No, this is 10 dudes in South Dakota or Omaha, Nebraska, going to the store, grabbing all the shit, like getting ready to go.
So it's not, the thing is, a semi-automatic rifle, there isn't really another option where you're going to find a lot of mags. There just isn't.
Yes. Now you're learning.
if you're being full on prepper and you're ready for it, okay, here's my choice. Now, granted, it's causing a complication, but it's my choice because I just like it better. I'm going M14 M1A.
Solid choice.
Because the mags do exist. They're out there. They're not
Right.
like they are like PMags, but they're out there. And if, sort of civil unrest battle, I'm okay with having 20 rounds in an M1A.
Right.
I mean, sure, 30 in a AR would be better, but nah. And
Yeah.
I like that operating system. So
That was going to be kind of one of my the first question is, do you go battle rifle? And like
Yeah.
you picked a good battle rifle for the American context, because with this scenario, G3s and FAL mags don't exist, or
no,
if
they're unobtainium.
yeah. So it's like, yeah, do I think a G3 or a FAL is a better rifle? Yep, but you ain't finding those in fucking South Dakota or Omaha, Nebraska.
No, there's like 5 FAL mags in South Dakota.
Right. And so I think the M14 is a solid choice. I was actually like, the dork inside of me, M1 Carbine, M1 Garand.
Oh, well, I thought of M1 Garand, but I'm like, why would I do that when I can go M1A or M14?
Right. No, and it's 100% solid choice. Like
Yeah.
I think you beat me there, because my other idea.
M1 Carbine's an interesting one though, because okay, when we were talking about this before the show, another one did pop into my head, but I'm like, not enough. If it's like survival, I think it'd be okay, but no.
Right. We're putting
Ruger 1022.
Solid choice.
I think it's actually a really good choice, all things considered. Mags plentiful, ammo fucking plentiful.
Right. It just kind of becomes a game of, can you kill someone
Right.
to take their rifle?
Yeah.
Because because
Yes, you're right.
Part of the conversation is that if you were going to bring this up, I was going to put the caveat on it, is AK.
Yeah, that's another option.
But I was going to say, you won't be able to probably find a lot of AK gear until you were actually mid-battle. Like there are AK mags, but 7.62 by 39.
Oh, dude, there's way more of those around than M1A or M14.
Right, but 7.62 by 39, that has become unobtainium.
Has it? I don't know. I've never bought that ammo, so
The Ukrainians and Russians
sure.
Ate up a lot of it, because you used to be able to buy that shit for dirt cheap.
Yeah.
And then
although I will say, but you can get 7.62 by 54R.
Yeah,
That's the first thing on Target Sports USA right now, or at least that rifle is.
yeah, because there's like 5. Oh, they apparently still have Wolf, but it's 58 cents a round for steel case. But
Jesus.
yeah, so the AK it could be a solid choice. I think ammo would be a little bit of a problem. Mags wouldn't be terrible. You'd probably get stuck with like Pro Mag and if we stick to PMags allowed but not STANAG. There are AK PMags, but but the 1022 is a very solid option for survival, and sneak up on a dude, blah blah blah. Cool. Now I got whatever he had. The other side that I was going to go down, lever actions.
Oh,
levers and bolts. Like,
well, bolts are
so bolts are going to be hard because the bolt actions that we associate with warfare aren't made anymore, and they're all 100 years old and beat the fuck.
I guess because you can get the AICS pattern, the Accuracy International pattern magazines up to. I have a couple of 10 rounders.
Yep.
Wondering if they make a bigger one than 10. Man,
But
the short action, it looks like just 10 round, either 5 or 10.
So the bolt action would be solid. You'd have to get a solid scope and hope you don't break it.
Yeah.
But the lever action could be kind of a fun option. There's a lot. They're fairly prevalent, especially in the Midwest. You know, and you can get them in fucking every caliber.
Yeah.
So,
but some of those come in PMags. Like
those
some of the 223
those
lever
ones aren't
actions.
allowed.
Okay. Okay. I just wanted to clarify.
I'm fully prepared to say the only lever actions I'm thinking of are tube fed. Like I'm not even thinking about these new modern fucking tactical, basically ARs that have a lever action to get around dumb shit. Like I was thinking Henry Big Boy, fucking Winchester 94. Like, I mean, if I could find a Winchester 1895 like Russian, that would be cool as fuck, but those are unobtainium.
Magpul does not make a mag larger than 10 rounds for the bolt action. But I mean, with bolt action, you're not going that fast. Do you need more than 10?
No, bolt action, you better be aiming your shots because you're going to get fucking overwhelmed by firepower if you don't take good shots. So there's a part of me, especially after watching that fucking video we talked about a few weeks ago with the dude on horseback just like smoking fucking hogs. I'm like, give me a goddamn lever action. If I can't have an AR or an AK, you know, I like the M1 Garand option. You know, finding clips may be difficult in the modern era. M1 carbine, finding decent mags can be difficult. But if you're like, damn, I'm running to the local pawn shop in, you know, Crescent, Iowa, or fucking Crawford, Nebraska, I'm probably going to find a lever action on the wall. Mm-hmm. It's going to be in 30-30 or one of those calibers.
Most likely 30-30. That's the other thing. The caliber. I mean, there are a lot of different calibers of lever action rifles, but most of the lever action rifles you would find. I mean, every time I'm looking on the shelf, there's always a 44 Magnum. There's at least nowadays. There's finally usually a 357 on the shelf. But you know what? There always is a 30-30.
Right, like
always.
The running joke that, or the saying is that 30-30 has killed more deer than any other caliber on this planet.
Yeah, probably. Either that or the 30-06, one or the other.
Right, because like my dad isn't even a gun guy. He's got a 30-30 Winchester. That thing shoots fucking fireballs. But but yeah, it's like, you know, I'm defending America. I might as well do it with America's rifle. Get that fucking lever action going hard. Now, as we said, this was a squad of 10, so we've chatted about the rifle. I'm giving 2 of those motherfuckers goose guns. This is modern warfare. I gotta watch out for the drones.
Yes.
Yeah,
you gotta look out for drones. I did not even think of that. Oh my god, I forgot. Like, I got so down the rabbit hole of what rifle it would be. I never thought of what's out there.
Right. What are we doing? So 100%. Okay. Actually, 3 guys are getting shotguns. Now, one guy can have a rifle and a shotgun because that dude's getting the fucking like sawed off breacher shotgun to do breacher shit, and or he's gonna be the driver that's like smoking dudes.
He's gonna have an 870 or whatever.
Yeah, but 2 dudes are getting fucking goose guns.
Yeah,
because
like a Benelli M2 or Super Black Eagle.
Yeah, at
28-inch barrel, 30-inch barrel.
Right, long ass barrel. We're buying Federal. What is it? Federal Black Storm.
Black Cloud.
Black Cloud.
You're thinking of Prairie Storm. That's the pheasant ammo. That's lead.
Yeah, like they are getting. We are finding a pallet of that, and their job is to sit in each truck and just hey, scan for them fucking drones and blah blah blah.
The only problem is the goose rounds are steel shot, and steel is not as dense or heavy as lead or tungsten. So the ammo you'd really want in the goose gun would probably be turkey ammo.
Well, I can see that. I know so little about shotgun ammo that I'm going to default to you on this one.
I don't know a lot about. I own some Prairie Storm, and man, if you're shooting a 3-gun match and they don't have rules on the shot size, man, get you some Prairie Storm and knock that spinner over in 2 shots.
Right,
because that shit kicks. It's like 1,500 foot per second out of a 2 3/4 inch shotgun shell. Holy shit, does it kick! But I actually led a pheasant too far. This pheasant is like straight overhead of me, And it's probably up. I mean, it was up pretty high. It was probably shit. It was the highest vertical shot I'd ever taken, and I missed on the first shot because I let it too far. Because the wad went flying by the front of it like I was shooting an AR. And I'm like, oh, just aim at the pheasant. Boom, got it. Because it's so fucking fast.
Yeah.
I would want something like that in some sort of a pheasant turkey round. Bigger pellets, faster probably. It's probably going to be some federal turkey ammo. I mean, they have some like crazy shit. They've got some stuff that's like $12 a shot.
Right.
The TSS, I don't even know what it is. I think it's tungsten shot. But yeah, holy shit. 100.
Yeah.
What? How many rounds? I'm looking at ammo, 12 gauge federal shotgun turkey loads. It's $112. Is it 5 rounds? Really?
Holy shit.
It is 5 rounds for $112. This is on Federal's website.
They want $25 a shot?
It's a 3-inch shell, 2 ounces of tungsten.
Does it buy you dinner?
I don't know, but you better fucking... Man, that would suck to pattern your shotgun with that shit. God damn. That's expensive.
Your kid just reaches into the safe and grabs a box of ammo and just starts blasting cans, and you're like, "Hey, what ammo did you grab?" And they're like, says tungsten on it." You're like, "Fuck."
I'm like trying to think of the math. Like, okay, $112 divided by 5. What is that?
It's like $21 or $22 a pop.
I'm so bad at dividing. I'm good at adding and multiplying. I suck at dividing. Yeah, it's $22.40 a round.
Jesus. Fuck me. Like, oh, you can have 2 boxes of 9mm or one round of 12.
You know what? Well, okay, wait. I mean, if I'm saving my life from drones, I'm guessing.
Right at that point, like, yeah, I'm shooting people to
but
get
there's other
shit.
stuff. They've got one that's like $10 a round instead of 22. 3.5-inch shells with 2 ounces of whatever's in there.
But like I said, I'm expecting. Okay, I'm going to Shields. I'm equipping 10 dudes. Like, I'm giving 6 of them lever actions in 30-30.
Mm-hmm.
Or if I can find enough M1 Garands, enough clips. Like, that's the biggest deal. If you can find enough clips, but
all you got to do is find that one place where they're all at.
Right. And they're like, oh, we got a pallet of those in the back.
The VFW had a shitload for funerals. Okay, we found it.
Yeah, exactly. And so I'm just thinking, give me whatever trap load or I don't know, whatever fucking box of lots of pellets to throw at drone flying at me.
No. There's a problem with that though. First off, birdshot is not going to do enough damage to take down a drone, probably, at any distance. I mean, if it's in close, yeah, it would do enough damage. But if it's inside 30 yards, it's going to be like throwing sand at it, depending on the drone.
Interesting.
You're going to want some heavier shot that's going to be doing more damage when it hits.
Okay.
Which is why I'm saying like cheap turkey loads would be the way to go. Goose load, probably just because the shot size is bigger, not as heavy a shot, but yeah, that's what I would. Either turkey, goose, pheasant loads is too small a shot, I think.
There's a video that popped up because I did Google it, and of course I've got 17 different answers, including there are specialized drone ammo from a brand called Skynet. Great name.
Oh, yes.
Number 4 buckshot is an alternative that's recommended because
I just found it. It's a 2 3/4-inch round, a 5-pack for $100.
It's cheaper than fucking Federal. Let's go.
It's cheaper than the Federal turkey load.
We're already saving money.
We are.
But yeah,
tungsten and lead travel up to 420 feet, so it's basically 100 yards.
Yep, and then there's a guy called Banana Ballistics that has best 12 gauge for drone defense video. So guess who's watching that later?
Yep, that's going to watch later.
Right, and so So I've got 3 dudes with shotties, 6 dudes with lever actions, and then I got to give a guy like a sniper rifle, like a bolt action, semi-auto. I don't really give a shit.
Nah, fucking bolt action deer rifle.
Yeah, he's
like because they're everywhere.
Right,
30-06 or actually these days I'd go 6.5 Creedmoor because every Tom, Dick, and Harry's got a 6.5 Creedmoor, except me.
Yeah, give him a 6.5 Creedmoor, a decent scope, and his job is to fucking watch over everybody as you advance. Do you give anyone pistols?
I think everybody needs a pistol.
See, I'm of the opinion that
what you're gonna find a lot of
Glock and
a lot
shields.
of Glocks, a lot of M&Ps, a lot of a lot of Ruger P85s. Honestly, judging from my permit classes.
You know what I'm giving everybody? A shield plus. The OG shield.
OG shield, 8-rounder.
8-rounder. They're fucking everywhere. You're not getting into a fucking gun battle with this thing. It's
when you need a handgun.
Right. It's either for shooting yourself, shooting a prisoner, or shooting a dog. Like that's that's what a handgun is for. And you got two magazines, maybe 3. You can even use a 1911 fucking holster, mag holster for it if you want to. But you put that little bitch in your pocket. Israeli carry it because you're never doing a quick draw with it. And yeah, that's the only pistol you fucking need. And they're fucking everywhere. Remember during like the original Trump slump, you could buy the damn things like $189 or it'd be like $230 with a box of fucking like hollow points, and like, they were just trying to get rid of those things.
I just found Fiocchi has drone defense ammo.
No shit.
And their load, this is interesting. It's number 4 buckshot.
Okay.
So smaller buckshot than double aught, obviously, because that double aught's a little big to use with a choke.
Yeah.
I think you can use a choke with buckshot, but not a real tight choke. I did a demo for the TV. There's actually a news story. If you go to dakotanewsnow.com, or if you just Google Dakota News Now and then type in my name, Andy Erickson, you should find, a news story about correctional officers worried about a changed weapon. And I did a demo of shooting an AR and then shooting buckshot out of a shotgun. This is like 2.5 years ago.
Yeah.
And they actually caught I shot buckshot at like 100, not 100 yards, but it was, I don't remember how far it was. It was pretty far, probably like 60, 70 yards. And you could just see the berm light up, like the 100-yard range at Canton.
Yep.
I had a target way down there. I think it was about 70 yards. And you could see like the dirt all the way around the target get hit with the buckshot. And it was actually a really cool shot. But anyway, I digress. Yeah. So you got guys with pistols. You don't sound like you want to give guys pistols. Like everybody's going to need a pistol.
Nope. That is a modern American trope that has never been true. So Americans always end up with pistols, but the vast majority of militaries only issue pistols to officers and crewmen. So if you're a machine gun crew, you're a tank crew, whatever, you get a pistol. But the average Joe wasn't supposed to have a pistol because you don't need it. That's not your job. If someone needs executing, you call the officer over.
I think everybody's going to be going about also doing things for survival, and they need a pistol because they can't have a rifle slung on them while they're, doing. Although you're talking about Red Dawn, and I've got Walking Dead in my head, so
right. And again, clarifying the scenario is always an important thing, and like people will be, searching around, but that's where the conversation of if I've got a, 16-inch barreled lever action with 5 rounds in it, or an M1 carbine, like that's literally what the M1 carbine's for. But pistols, again, they're something that the American psyche loves, And the World War One, there's tons of stories of guys getting like the Spanish pistols were so popular and like 25 ACP and shit like that. To just keep in your pocket and you're just like, oh fuck it, like last ditch, whatever. But in general, I think the real question becomes, would you rather carry a pistol and 2 extra magazines or carry that equivalent weight in rifle ammunition?
That amount of rifle ammunition is like 1 mag, maybe?
Yeah, 2 mag. I would say 2 mags. So,
Personally, I'm more proficient with a pistol. I would prefer carrying a pistol most of the time.
We are extremely biased because I don't fully disagree with you, but the average Joe would get more out of 40 rounds of 308 or like, because the context I'm thinking of, like the conversation that I'm thinking of, they were talking about
Red Dawn.
Right.
I gotta get Red Dawn in my head.
Right. Well, they were equipping, the average soldier, even with AR Stanag bags, and they're like, would you rather have 60 more 5.56 rounds or a pistol and two more magazines? And you're like, I would like 60 more or 60 AR rounds, please. So I don't disagree that, like, for us, giving us a pistol, it would be funny and fun and we would enjoy it. But if you're walking across the United States to, get to the front lines in West Virginia or Ohio or wherever, like, do you want to be carrying that anything bigger than a fucking shield in your pocket?
Yeah. It reminds me of, like, your analogy. I don't disagree with you, because if I'm actually in a gunfight, like, yes, I'd rather have a rifle in most cases. Depends on how close the gunfight is, but it also reminds me of when I went, I was out shooting prairie dogs out in the middle of the state, and the reason I was there was because me and a buddy who also teaches the permit class in South Dakota, we were both retaking our certification the next day. So we went out a day early. We left early and we went out to go shoot prairie dogs. He'd never done it before. So he brings his AR, which an AR is great to shoot prairie dogs with. What he did not know is that a 1-6 scope is not good to shoot prairie dogs with. Prairie dogs are small. And in order to shoot them, you kind of need a big scope, because you're going to be doing most of the shooting from well over 100 yards. And a 1-6 is a fantastic deer hunting scope.
Yep.
But a deer is a lot bigger than a prairie dog. And so he was struggling to hit anything just because of the scope. I handed him my 6mm Creedmoor with a 4.5 to 14 on it, and all of a sudden he's splattering prairie dogs all across the prairie. So
right.
It kind of reminded me of that. Like, if you have a handgun, depending on the engagement, it could be like shooting a 1-6 scope at prairie dogs when what you really need is a 4.5 to 14 or more.
Right.
And a rifle would be that bigger scope, so to speak. But
right. And there are many stories from all the wars of motherfuckers doing some work with a pistol. But the vast majority of people, well, the vast majority of people are killed with artillery, but those that are killed with small arms are normally done by the machine gun. But putting that aside, the rifle does most of the other work.
yeah.
I always love that fact. When I was on the other podcast that sometimes has me on, I commented how the M1 Garand wasn't like the biggest war winner. Like it was kind of important, but it wasn't. The average rifle is not that, or no, I commented the average rifle doesn't make that big of a difference in the war. And someone was like, well, the M1 Garand. And I'm like, dude, the 50,000 Sherman tanks and the B-17 and B-29, they did a little bit, they did some work too.
I'm Googling right now how many Sherman tanks were built during World War II. That was right. 50,000 sounded like too few. That's why I was like, only 50,000? But yeah, it was somewhere between Google AI, approximately 49,234 to 50,000 plus M4 Sherman tanks were produced.
Yep. And that's why whenever I always love when people are like, oh, German armor, herper derper derper derp. And I'm like, go look at how many tanks were made by America. And like the Germans made somewhere between, it was like 18,000 and 23,000 tanks total. America made 50,000 Shermans.
Yeah.
That's not the Lee, the M3 Lee, the light tanks, anything else. That was just the Sherman.
Yeah.
Now go look at the Russian numbers.
Yeah.
The Russians made 50,000 T-34s.
Was it T-34?
Yep.
Is a T something. By the way, as soon as I couldn't help myself after I Googled how many Sherman tanks were built during World War II. I Googled how dumb is the M7? And and there was a Reddit, the r/army subreddit. Somebody, I'm just reading the thing that's on there. But in all seriousness, it's mind-numbingly stupid. That video from Ian, the Forgotten Weapons about the M7, why the M7 and the 6.8x51 are bad ideas. That video is, I like his videos. They're not my favorite style of video because he is rather dry, but he's packed with information. And that video got my attention just because M7. I was curious to see what he was going to say about it. And he doesn't actually have an M7 or MCX Spear. He had some other semi-auto 30-06 battle rifle in the background that some company makes. And I was like, oh. And at some point in the video, he actually says, this would be better than the M7 and the 6.8x51. Because guess what? There's already shitloads of ammo and the rifle works. But, yeah. I didn't realize that M7 was actually replacing the M4. So in a long rollout.
So that was part of the conversation is that when they first presented it, it was supposed to be kind of the DMR.
Yeah.
And then it became this conversation, well, why don't we just make everyone the DMR? It's kind of like how the Marine Corps made everyone a light machine gunner when they adopted the M27, which it was actually just the Marine Corps being like, hey, if we make everyone a light machine gunner, we get brand new rifles. Cool. Let's get some brand new rifles. And yeah, it's just become this giant clusterfuck where the rifles aren't being produced very well. The ammo, they have two versions of the ammo. One is like plus P plus 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 or something like that. Like,
but there's another one that's like over 100,000 PSI.
Yes, that's the one I'm talking about.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and so they have a training ammo that's like 30,000 or 40,000 PSI.
Yeah, it's like normal rifle PSI.
Right. And then they have this shit, which is literally supposed to kill the rifle in 2,000 rounds. Like,
and that's the stuff that's, are you talking about the stuff that's like 80,000 PSI?
Yeah. That the super spicy shit. Like, it's supposed to eat barrels.
But then they have super duper spicy shit.
Right. To punch through something. And
body armor. Oh, we got to punch through the body armor.
Right. And no report from Ukraine.
800 yards.
Right. No report from Ukraine is like, oh shit, we're struggling with their body armor. They're like, hey, we dropped another fucking drone on that guy. Mm-hmm. Oh, his legs don't work? Here, drop another drone on him. And so
you don't even have to drop shit from the drone. Like,
now they just
a drone.
Kamikaze.
How many? Yeah, the kamikaze drones are way more effective. Because how many enemy are you going to kill with one rifle that costs, like, I don't know what the Army's paying for the M7, but I'm guessing it's probably somewhere in the neighborhood of $1,800 a piece, at least.
At least with the fucking scopes on them. Gee,
oh, God. And this, yeah.
The scopes sound cool as fuck, but goddamn.
But, like, Ian mentioned how the whatever fancy pants drone, military drone it was, is like $1,000 a piece.
Yep.
But in that case, you're getting actual bang for the buck.
Right. Because the thing that no one ever likes to look at is, I think in Afghanistan, we fired something on the order of like 34,000 rounds per confirmed enemy casualty.
Yeah.
And like, I'm not even sure that's confirmed enemy casualty by rifle round. Like, that might just be like, hey, we blew this guy up. Okay, cool. We fired 34,000 rounds and that dude died by mortar. Okay, cool. Yeah, it's like the whole concept. There was a training exercise they did, and part of it is they didn't shift doctrine, but the unit ran out of ammo because the combat load by itself has reduced. So if you go down from 30 round mags to 20 round mags and you have 9 mags as you go by, you just dropped your load by 90 rounds. Like that's not nothing.
Yeah.
And so, and like the ammo's heavier, it's bigger, yada, 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 yada. And so this unit was like, I forget if they were taking a hill or defending a hill or something, but they ran out of ammo way sooner than expected. And they were like the test unit, and their sister units in the test couldn't supply them because they were the only ones who had the new cartridge. And so the other units were like, well, we have 5.56, so we'll just keep doing 5.56 shit, I guess. And these guys were like, well, fuck it, I guess we're out. So yeah, it's a whole fucking clusterfuck of we're trying to fight the last war. Like the whole thing is about trying to engage PKMs on the top of Afghani mountains, and with some weird justification about armor. And then when all combat takes place at 300 yards or less. End of equation. Like the entirety of history, all combat outside of very, 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 very niche situations takes place sub 300 meters. Build a rifle for it.
Well, and when most of it does, and when it doesn't, you're not really actually, you're just throwing bullets to try and keep heads down. You're not even actually.
Right. And if you're at 800 meters, you know what works really great at 800 meters? Artillery.
Mortars. Yeah. Mortars.
Drones.
Yeah.
Artillery. Tanks.
And that was
Bradleys.
where they got with the, hey, let's make a rifle that we can defeat body armor at 800 yards. Or we could fly fucking drones over there and drop grenades on them.
Yep. So yeah,
I mean, that's the other option we could do.
So yeah, it's a massive clusterfuck boondoggle because like we're shitting on all the like technical aspects of it. Apparently the fucking handguards, you can squeeze them hard enough and just move them. Like
what?
They're I saw some critique of it that soldiers, like when they would, get a little energy to them, they would squeeze the handguards and like deform them.
Wow.
Yeah, they're SIG is being SIG, and they like, I don't know. The AR-15 one, it does everything you need it to do.
Yeah.
Anyone who's like, oh, well, what if it did? What if we could improve it by like 2%? You're like, I don't give a shit about 2%. I don't.
No. I wonder how long it is before maybe we goofed up. Maybe we should adopt that M27 instead.
Right. Like
of that M7.
Yeah, grab more M27s.
I hadn't even heard until I was watching that. When he mentioned how the Army's actually replacing it with the M7, I was like, is the Marine Corps replacing it? And then I found out, oh no, they're replacing it with the HK 416, basically.
Yep. Which is the high AR,
which is basically piston AR.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I had missed that. I had not come across that. So
yeah, it was one of those weird mission creeps where, like we said, it started with, hey, this could be a good DMR rifle, and it turned into, so we're just changing the entire military structure. Go.
Yeah.
And like another side to it, and we're kind of realizing this today, our allies can be kind of important. And, if we're deployed to, say, Poland, it would be nice if a Belgian unit pulls up with a truck full of ammo, they can go, yeah, we got 5.56. Go grab some. Versus like, hey, we have this new niche round. Only we make it. Y'all got some?
Yeah. Yeah. We're going to be able to find this. Anyway. Well, our cursed episode has gone well over an hour and a half now, Jeff. And I need to post this and go to bed. So as hard as it was for us to get this episode done, we got it done. And it was a lot of fun. And it was a lot of fun. And you did a good. By the way, if people heard a lot of that, Jeff had to hand hold his mic. He's at his gym recording because internet at his apartment doesn't work. So He was handheld, so that's why you might have heard a little handheld mic noise throughout the episode.
A lot more background.
Yeah. But anyway, thank you so much for listening, everybody. He is Jeff King. I'm Andy Erickson. This is Not Another Shooting Show.